following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, your new home for Chieftain athletics. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Beatty Field as we celebrate our soccer seniors tonight here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. The festivities are just about to start at any moment. You see the tunnel is inflated up at midfield, and we got a long line of seniors and their loved ones lined up, ready to come across, walking at the 50-yard line to be recognized on senior night. We got all the fall sports that everybody recognized so far, so soccer is the last one taking place tonight. I think volleyballs was last Thursday, and we had football, and we had girls golf as well on this past Friday. Now we take care of the soccer team tonight, including 3 senior managers as well as all the players.
I believe there's 10 players, right?
Yeah, I believe 10 players and 3 senior managers, 13 in total. A baker's dozen, at least that is what recent memory tells me. But we're going to find out here pretty quick when they all come walking through the tunnel. We have some other kind of just neat surprises and everything in store. So if you're watching and know somebody else that would like to tune in and catch all the festivities, tell them to send them the link over or tell them to get on YouTube and look us up on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We're easy to find.
And if you can't do it live, then watch it later.
Absolutely. Yep.
On Tonganoxie Sports Live on YouTube. You got a beautiful night here. It's 68 degrees and sunny and little or no wind at all. So it's a beautiful night for soccer.
It's just a beautiful night.
Just a beautiful night for anything.
Yeah, just about anything you want to do outside. This is a beautiful evening.
Gorgeous.
For it. Yep, and it looks like it's going to carry on through the rest of the week as well. Starting to see some movement into the tunnel. We're going to turn it over to our PA announcer tonight. It's actually the principal of the high school, Cody Witt. As we wait for him to start calling off names here and we get the senior night started. We're going to have all the recognition here.
Good evening, Chieftain fans.
We'll have more to follow.
Welcome to our 23-24 boys soccer senior night. We're going to start off with our first senior of the evening, Taylor Eigelhart. Taylor is the daughter of Jason and Christina Eigelhart. She has participated in the sport 1 year and lettered 1 year. The staff member that has impacted her and what she would like to say to them is Mr. Falgren. Mr. Falgren has impacted me the most through my high school years. Ever since he was first my teacher junior year, he's inspired me and helped me every step of the way. If I ever needed help on anything, he was there as well as a guide to me. I'm so thankful to have him as a teacher, and I'm glad I could be in your classes. Her future plans are to go to Oklahoma State University and attend the Honors College to become a physical therapist. Taylor Eigelhart. Our next senior is McKenna Clam. McKenna is the daughter of Brian and Jen Clam. She has participated 4 years and lettered all 4 years. The staff member that has impacted her the most and what she would like to say to them is Mr. Tollefson. Mr. Tollefson, I want to thank him for making learning about detail-oriented subjects fun. I really enjoy your teaching style and obtain a lot of information from your class. You make learning fun and you help further my curiosity with biology. I am glad I've gotten to take your classes for the past 2 years. I'm also thank you for letting me ask you a million questions without getting annoyed at me. Her future plans are attending the University of Southern Mississippi while getting a major in media and entertainment arts and a minor in marketing. McKenna Clam. Our next senior is Brianna Lang. Brianna is the daughter of Stephanie and Timothy Lang. She has participated 3 years and lettered 2. The staff member that has made a huge impact for her in her life is Mrs. Shao. She is such a welcoming, supportive, and caring person. She is someone that I can genuinely talk to about anything, and she just doesn't judge me well sometimes. She may criticize my artwork, but I know she's joking. But seriously, she is someone who just makes my day so much better, and I always look forward to bugging her every day. I would like to say thank you to Mrs. Shao for being a big role model in my life. Her future plans, she hasn't fully decided, but she would like to pursue a future, consider going into work in the healthcare industry. Brianna Lang. Our next senior is Marissa Bolin. Marissa is the daughter of Angela Gray and Tim Bolin. She has been involved in soccer 3 years and has lettered 3 years. The staff member that she would like to say something to is Mrs. Tieroff. Thank you for always making me laugh and checking on me when I'm having a bad day. Even when I'm not in your class, you have gone out of your way to make sure I was okay, or even just ask about how things are going. You have no idea how much you've impacted my life since freshman year, and I'm forever grateful to have had you as a teacher. Her future plans include going to Kansas State University for business administration. Marissa Bolin. Our next athlete is Brendan Bolin. Brendan is the son of Angela Gray and Tim Bolin. He's participated 2 years and lettered 2 years. The staff member that he would like to say something to is Mrs. Rucker. It says, thank you for making math more fun and being like another parent to me. You always looked out for me and always wanted the best, not for me, but for every student you interact with. His future plans are to attend Kansas State University to study communications. Brendan Bolin. Our next senior is Luca Garamatz. Luca is the son of Wayne Rosh. He has participated 4 years and lettered 4 years. The staff member that he would like to say thank you to are his teammates and Coach Parker. He would like to say thank you for motivating me and always being with me when I had hard moments on the team. His future plans are to become a web developer. Luca Garamatz. Our next senior is Wyatt Garvey. Wyatt is the son of Heidi and Brian Garvey. He's been in the sport 1 year and lettered 1 year. The staff member that has impacted him and he would like to say something to is Mr. Holloway. He says, you're always kind and understanding. It was a pleasure being in your class. Thank you for teaching. His future plans are undecided. Wyatt Garvey. Our next senior is Andrea Calabano. Andrea is hosted by the McWilliams family and escorted by Taylor McWilliams. He has participated in the sport 1 year and lettered 1 year. The staff member that has impacted him the most is Parker Ost. Says this year I was very lucky to have a fantastic group, and I have to thank everyone for the experience, from the coaches to my teammates and even to the managers. I had a lot of fun with them, and I hope we can all triumph together. His future plans are to go back to Italy, where he'll have another year of high school, and after he graduates, would like to attend the same university as his father and become an engineer. Andrea Colombano. Our next senior is Gannon Sontag. Gannon is the son of Jeff Sontag. He has participated in the sport 2 years and lettered 1. The staff member that has impacted the most is Mrs. George. He says Mrs. George has had a huge impact on my high school years, making sure I didn't get into too much trouble. She was always there when I needed her, and I really do appreciate everything she does. His future plans are to start his own company. Gannon Sontag. Our next senior is Lachlan Bond. Lachlan is the son of Lance and Candace Bond. He has participated in the sport 2 years and he has lettered 2 years. The staff member that's impacted him the most and we'd like to say something to is Mr. Holloway. It says Mr. Holloway always walks through the halls with a smile on his face. His positivity is contagious on my good days and on my bad days. Mr. Holloway teaches his subjects in a fun and practical manner while maintaining his charismatic demeanor. He's a kind person who never hesitates to say hello to me in the hallway, which makes me feel happy. I see him as a great teacher, but more importantly, I see him as a good friend. The best thing about Mr. Holloway is that he loves soccer and supports the same team as me. Go Spurs. His future plans are going to KU, but he is undecided on his major. Lachlan Bond. Our next senior is Aiden Van Middlesworth. Aiden is the son of Charles and Kristen Van Middlesworth. He has participated 4 years and he has lettered 3. The staff member that has impacted him the most is Mr. Matt. Thank you for always being not only a friend, but a good teacher. Whether it was jazz, fly fishing, or anything in between, you were always someone I could count on for a great conversation and a good laugh. Future plans are to go to the University of Southern Mississippi to earn a degree in marine biology. Aiden Van Middlesworth. Our next senior is Cater Albert. Cater is the son of Laura and Jeremy Albert. He has participated 4 years and he has lettered 3. The staff member that has impacted him the most, he says Mrs. Tierhoff has impacted me the most because of freshman year I had her class with a bunch of my friends and she would always have me get up in front of the class and do stuff, and it taught me to not care what other people think about me and to have fun. His future plans are to go to Manhattan Christian College to play soccer and get a degree in youth ministry. Cater Albert. Our next senior is Gavin Shute. Gavin is the son of Darren and Stephanie Shute. He has participated in soccer 4 years and he has lettered all 4 years. He says Mr. Tollefson has been the biggest impact on me throughout my high school. I've always enjoyed the classes he teaches and there's never a dull moment. I've learned so many valuable skills from him and have had lots of fun in the process. As a track coach, he always helped me push myself to my fullest potential, and I couldn't ask for a better teacher and coach. Thank you. His accolades include 2021 and 2022 All-League Honorable Mention, and 2021 and 22 All-State Honorable Mention. His future plans are getting a bachelor's degree in biology or attending a pre-veterinary medicine program to further his goal of becoming a veterinarian. Gavin Shue. And our last senior of the evening is Jackson McWilliams. Jackson is the son of Lucas and Brittany McWilliams. He has participated in the sport 4 years, and he has lettered all 4 years. The staff member that has impacted him and that he would like to thank is Heather DeMaranville. He says, "Thank you so much, Heather, for being there for me all the time these past 2 years. You have helped me adjust to a new life in so many ways, and I am beyond grateful for that." His accolades include 2020 and 2021 All-League Honorable Mention, 2021 All-State Honorable Mention, 2021 and 22 First Team All-Area, 2022 First Team All-State, 2022 State Goalkeeper of the Year. He's Acacia State record for single season saves with 271, and the state record for career saves with an 810 Sports Radio Perseverance Award ESPY. His future plans include studying nursing and playing football, but he is still undecided on where. Jackson McWilliams. And let's make sure and let's give all of our seniors one more big round of applause. Okay, we've got one more thing to read this evening, and this is coming from the seniors here on the soccer team. During a moment like senior night, it is impossible not to reflect and take in everything we have experienced to get us where we are tonight. The nerves we and our families felt just a little over 3 years ago will more than likely be nothing compared to what we will be feeling less than 10 short months from tonight. But at the time, those feelings were huge. What we might not have known at the time is that we would be blessed with a person who would selflessly and flawlessly step in and serve as nearly every possible role in our lives while we were at school. A person who has encouraged us through the school days and cheered for us in the stands. Work hours have never seemed to stand in the way of you making sure we have had what we need to be successful. And tonight we want to make sure you know how much we truly appreciate you and how much you will truly be missed as you retire at the end of the semester. With the tradition of selecting a staff member who has made a difference in our lives, the seniors would like to all select you, Mary Welsh, as an additional staff member who has made a difference in our lives and for what we will forever be grateful for. Mary Welsh, please make sure you turn and get a big round of applause and a hug from all those seniors. Thank you, Mary, for everything. And with that, we will clean up the field, and when the field is empty, we will begin our 20-minute warm-up. Thank you, seniors, and good luck tonight.
It's just a beautiful moment there to cap off the senior night recognitions, and a big tip of the cap to the senior class as well. As a long-time member of the Tonganoxie High School community, Mary Welsh, obviously retiring, like you heard there at the end of the semester, and she has had an impact on not just these seniors, but many, many other classes of seniors that have come before them. And she is, you cannot think about Tonganoxie High School and walking in those front doors without seeing the face of Mary Welsh. You can't see it at any sporting events. I mean, she is all over the place, and she is a great example of what makes this Tonganoxie community so great. It's people like her.
Yeah, absolutely. She's not only a great administrator, but absolutely one of the nicest people you will ever meet.
Absolutely. None better. I know the term GOAT is thrown out there a lot, the greatest of all time, but I think when you're just talking about just overall people that you like to have in your schools, in your communities, and around your kids, you know, the majority of the school year, Mary Welsh definitely is the GOAT, in my opinion. And I think you wouldn't get much pushback, if any, from anybody else. I mean, she is undoubtedly one of the greatest.
Yep.
Well-deserved recognition. Literally getting her flowers tonight here on senior night.
She'll be sorely missed.
Oh, sorely missed. No doubt about it. You see more people coming up, giving her hugs. The majority of the parents are out there on the field with their seniors. And a great way to wrap up this recognition portion of all the senior night festivities here tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We are going to step aside for a moment. We're going to be back with some more pregame coverage a little bit later on. They got 20 minutes put on the clock right now. They're going to let both teams, including Tonganoxie, warm up and get ready for tonight. And we still have a couple more surprises and stuff up our sleeve later. So stay tuned. Not going to want to miss any of it. We'll be back later on here in just a little bit on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
referee for tonight is Marshall Fry, with assistant referees Brooke Collins and Philip Gomez. At this time, let's take a look at the starting lineups for both teams.
Step right over. I'll try not to get in your way.
First, the lineup for the visiting Seaman Vikings. Number 7, Jack Walker. Number 8, Bradley Williamson. Number 9, Kalen Loy. Number 10, Logan Townsend. Number 11, Jacob Anderson. Number 12, Jace Brake. Number 15, Phoenix Cannon. Number 17, Ethan Geiger. Number 21, Bryce Cochran. Number 23, Blake Toyne. And in goal, 00, Tyler Silverston. The Vikings are coached by Tim Nussbaum, with assistant coaches Ty Hurla and Kyle Severs.
Tonga, make some noise. Tonga, make some noise. Tonga, make some noise. Tonga, make some noise! Where's that music at? My name is Archie Gray. I'm the hype guy for Sporting KC. If you have been to a game, thank you for paying my bills. Make some noise, Tonga! We got a beat? I think we got a beat. Where's that background track?
It don't want to play for you, bro. I'm sorry.
I mean, I can do one if I have to. You tell me. Because I can just start yelling, too. We can make our own background. Oh, there it is. There it is, Tonga. Make some noise. It is senior night, and the vibes are right. Make some noise for your Tonganoxie Chieftains. He is the midfielder, your senior and a captain. Number 10 is Gavin He is a sophomore and also a captain. Number 23, Lachlan McRae. A senior and a forward. Number 2 is Wyatt. Your defender, he is a senior. Number 3, Aiden Van Your midfielder, a junior exchange student, hailing from Italy. He is number 6, Andrea Colombo. Your defender is the senior. Number 8 is Peyton Albert. Your defender is a senior. Number 9, it is Lachlan. Your forward and a senior. Number 12 is Brenton a senior, number 14. It is Cannon Sargent. Your forward is a senior, an exchange student from Georgia. Number 16 is Luca Ramazza. And last, but certainly not least, your keeper is the senior and a captain. Number 1 is Jackson McWilliams. Make some noise for your Chieftains! Oh, y'all got more. Y'all got more. It's senior night. Make some noise, Tonganoxie!
And a big shout out and a thank you to the hype man from Sporting Kansas City, Hartzell Gray, doing a great job tonight.
Thank you, Hartzell.
Thank you for coming out and doing that for our seniors and for the team tonight. Like we said, one of the many surprises
At this time,
we've
we would
had
ask
up
you
our
to
sleeve for
stand,
tonight.
remove your hats, and face the flag at the south end of the field as we have our national anthem sung by the following students: Cademan Albert, Lachlan Bond, Johanna Boone, Marissa Bolin, Jackson McWilliams, and Chrislyn Wright. Thank you, students, and thank you, visitors.
Well done. Beautiful job there by the students there. And if, like Jackson McWilliams didn't have enough accolades on his list, you can add one more, honor squire member. And with that, we are ready to go here and get this match started tonight between your Tonganoxie Chieftains and the visiting Seaman Vikings from Topeka.
According to the rules of the Kansas State High School Activities Association.
As the regular season is coming close to an end for the entire fall sports season. I know we got some sub-state and playoff brackets that are going to be coming out here sometime tomorrow for soccer. Volleyball was just released earlier today. And obviously football wrapping up their postseason this Friday night. Brackets will be out Saturday morning or afternoon sometime. So it is getting to that point of the year now where we start to put a bow on one sports season, and then before we know, we'll be right into the next. Chieftains rocking their alternative kit for tonight, red shorts and those gold jerseys. Very nice looking fit. Seaman just rocking the away kits, or white all the way across the board. This will be a good test for the Chieftains, sitting at 7-1 on the year, trying to get back above 500. They got the 5A Topeka Seaman Vikings standing in their way of that 500 record right now, trying to get back above that mark right in time for the postseason matchups and stuff to start being announced and seedings to be announced later on within the next about 24 hours or so. Chieftains tonight are going to be looking to have some better luck than the JV squad had. They got blanked 6-0, 5-0.
6-0.
6-0. One goal coming across very late from the Vikings in the final seconds, but if the JV match was any indication, it is that this Tongi squad, they're going to have their hands full tonight, and they're going to be in for a good match. You can already see a little bit of the physicality and how close this match is being tightly contested so far. Looks like the Vikings coming out with a game plan, trying to execute it right here. The ball is with us near side right now. Knocking it loose, Aiden Van Middlesworth, one of the many of seniors just recognized tonight here on another senior night edition of Tonganoxie Sports Live. Got a total of 14 seniors recognized this evening, and a variety of managers, some foreign exchange students as well, along with just the traditional senior class here running at it at goal. Had a chance at it, still fighting for it, starting to drift out of play. Running down was Wyatt Garvey. Had a good run at it. Chieftains trying to make something here with their ball right around the goal here. Taking a slight shove in the back, but hang on. This is Van Middlesworth. Comes back up. Columbano trying to go back over the middle, intercepted by the Vikings and cleared out. Lachlan McRae back up top right around the 40. Chieftains trying to stay on the attack. This is the last time that we saw this Chieftain squad, you and I. It was a few weeks ago here at Beatty Field against the Lewisburg Wildcats. That was one of the 3 matchups that the Chieftains had across fall sports against Lewisburg that week. And the Chieftain soccer team was the only Tongi team to come away victorious in all those matchups. Overall, 1-2 were the Chieftains, as the Wildcats got the better of us on the volleyball court and on the football field as well in a 30-29 thriller a few weeks ago. But that was a match that was, they were in the midst of a 3-match week. That was the second of 3 matches they had. They played again on that following Saturday at Johnson County Community College against KC Christian. And that game against Lewisburg, I mean, they were suffocating the Wildcats all night long. Didn't really let them build up any momentum. The ball was on the Chieftain side of the field the whole entire time, and they kept attacking the goal. They got one across eventually. They would have liked to have had more. Kind of same with their last match as well, a 2-0 victory against Paola. They had 2 early goals. That was enough to propel them to the victory, but I think if you ask a lot of the players and even some of the coaches, they would have told you that they felt like they should have scored more that night and that the effort could have been a little bit better. So trying to right that ship tonight here in this matchup against Topeka Seaman.
Yeah, they did have a lot of shots on goal, though, but just couldn't get any to find the back of the net. Just one. But that's all they needed.
It was a header goal from a corner kick. It was Emery Weiser that was in the box and ended up putting it in. And that was enough to propel the Chieftains to the victory that night.
Chieftains on the attack. Cleared out by Seaman.
We got our first whistle of the match as well. Looks like the guilty party is Topeka Seaman. Early indication is Logan Townsend, as he was trying to clear that ball out, made some illegal contact. Man, looks like Tongi will just get a nice little free kick here. Trying to spark some momentum. Ball's playing it right around the 24. It's headed out by the Vikings, rolling to the near sideline. And Middlesworth kicks it up, trying to get it under control. He was looking for Lachlan Bond, but it goes out of play, and now the Vikings will go quickly back on the attack.
Throw in for Seaman.
This is Ethan Geiger, number 17. He's going to throw it over his head and lob it into his teammate. It's Tyler McNamara, number 2. More contact and more whistles. And again, it looks like another infraction on the Vikings.
Lachlan McRae wasting no time getting that on the offensive end for the Chieftains.
Looks like McRae didn't quite get all of that one. Now the Vikings looking to come back on the attack, dribbling with it. Jack Walker.
Yeah, looked like it was blocked.
Trying to corral it near that upper corner there. It's still kept alive now. Trying to come back towards the middle of the field. Shot coming into the box, and McWilliams there to scoop it up with both hands. It's the all-time career saver as far as Acacia record books. Jackson McWilliams. It is physical early on here. So far, second time now, Logan Townsend has been whistled upon. We're sending a Chieftain down to the turf.
4, Jameson Breitzman, 18, Silas Kirchhoff, and 27, Emery Weiser.
So we have Kirchhoff,
McCray's going to throw this in.
And Weiser will check into the game. Brendan Bolin, among others, being checked out of the game. Lachlan May rifles it up the near sideline, and it goes out on the Chieftains in front of the Vikings bench.
It'll be a throw in for Topeka.
And Middlesworth sees it taken away near the corner, trying to bring it back over the middle. It's ricocheted right up in the air. It was a good hustle from Blake Towen for the Vikings. They're still in control with it, but Emery Weiser stops it momentarily. Van Middlesworth looking for some help. It goes just out of reach of Silas Kirchhoff. Neither team giving in very much in the early goings of this one, just about a little under 7 minutes in. In case you're just now joining us, I am Dylan Fung, joined alongside Dennis Drennan, as always here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. If you missed out on any of the senior night presentations, all the festivities and recognitions, you can go back and watch that anytime you want. That will be up on YouTube until eventually YouTube is just either wiped clean or somebody wipes our channel clean, but it is up there for memory's sake. And that's another just great thing. I love that we have this platform and doing with what we do, because it provides these kind of moments that people can go back and they can rewatch as many times as they would like. It's a good memory.
Yeah, and loved ones that aren't able to attend in person, you know.
Yeah. And it is worth,
they can see their loved ones.
And it is worth noting on YouTube, there is a way you can actually download videos as well. So, I mean, you can download it, save it to a flash drive, and then that's lock safe forever.
Like the Chieftains are going to have a throw in here.
Tight defense continuing from the Vikings. Chieftains trying to crack it right now. Again, just a little bit off the mark, trying to skimmed over the top of that ball. Another Chieftain hits the turf, and we have another whistle. And it's again on the Vikings. That's kind of the double-edged sword. You got to try to balance here with this tight, aggressive defense. It's great when you can, as long as you keep it clean, but if you start knocking players down on the turf and on the ground, and the officials are going to start whistling, blowing plays dead, and setting up opportunities like these for the Chieftains. It goes right in the hands of the goalkeeper, and he slings it out of play. And now the Vikings, you see him coming right down the field. They're trying to get something set up here. Up ahead it goes. Lachlan McRae had it for a moment, trying to fight him off. He's battling up there with Jace Brake.
A good job of defense there by Lachlan.
And I think they're going to get Brake with...
Going to let Jackson kick this. He's got the golden foot.
I think that last whistle was on Brake, and I think the initial indications that he might have put a little bit of a forearm or an elbow into the back of McRae as they were jousting for position on that soccer ball. That was the best look that really either team had as far as trying to get a shot on goal so far. It was just one-on-one. We talk about the great defense from Lachlan McRae, which he has shown numerous times that we have seen him on the pitch on Tonganoxie Sports Live. He's one of the best defensive men for Tonganoxie. Had a good one there, because if he gets beat, it's one-on-one break against McWilliams in goal. Credit to Van Middlesworth over on the far side is trying to box out the defender. Try to keep control of the soccer ball right now. Kicked out a goal. Once again, it's rolling near our direction. I believe last touch They're saying last touch off of the Chieftains, so Vikings with the throw in here. Just in front of Townsend over the middle. Now it's back up into the air. Emery Weiser controls it. Townsend trying to make a play on it. Now back far side after being shot in the air by Gannon Sontag. Wormburner. Great defense first from Sontag, and then a little collision there. Lachlan McRae. And he's going to get whistled on there.
It'll be a free kick for the Vikings.
Kalen Lloyd, number 9, that was coming through in full speed, and him and McRae just slightly collided in with each other and had a little bit of a whiplash effect, but everybody appears to be okay. It's kicked, headed up for the header, and McWilliams right there to corral it.
Padding that state record for saves.
Yeah, for total career saves and a high school career, Jackson McWilliams sits on top. We heard the number before. I know coming into the season it was like over 500, getting close in that 600 range. I'm sure with the senior season included, it is above 600, but definitely added one right there. Weiser now looks to get this offense going on the attack. They cross on their side of midfield. Lobbing it up ahead. Has a chance here with the left foot. Is wide.
Doggone it.
Wide of the post.
Just barely. That was their best look at the goal right there.
Without a doubt. Bleeding through the defense there was Silas Kuroff. Tried to get it in there with the left foot. Split the defense. And perfectly placed by this teammate as well. It just goes wide right of the post. They'll be kicked out by the goalie right around midfield. It takes a bounce. Lachlan McRae in control of it. For the moment, he will just send it back over to Jackson McWilliams and let him corral it and try to get this Chieftain offense to reset. Clean takeaway there.
Toggy returned the favor.
I'm getting the number. I believe that was Isaiah Manis, number 15. Somebody's still fighting for it. Chieftains have it for the time being. Ricocheting off of Brightsman right now, and right around the 40 is where this ball sets. Columbano got a foot on it, ricocheted loose from Townsend, but Vikings back in control of it this time. Phoenix Cannon with it. It'll roll out far side in possession of Tonganoxie. Still a 0-0 score in this one. Looking for our first goal. Both teams, just in a matter of a few minutes ago, had back-to-back great shots on goals. And one for the Vikings is a great save. It was going to be a header on goal. It was a great save for Jackson McWilliams. And for the Chieftains, a shot off the left foot of Kuroff just went just a bit wide right of the post. So far, what has been looking like a defensive struggle so far. You know, those shots on goals are going to be coming at a premium, as well as the points. You could easily see this going down to another 1-0 rout as our last game we covered here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Vikings going to be making almost a full line change. Looks like 5 pending substitutions are going to be coming in at the next stoppage. McWilliams calls off the dog, says, "I got it, boys. Don't worry about it." And boots it into the air near side. Bounce right around the 37. Ain't controlled right there. And ricocheted out of bounds off the foot of Van Middlesworth. It goes off Blake Tone, the junior forward for the Vikings. Running down, great hustle there, taking it away. Gavin Shoup still in control, trying to work it back up the field, deflected momentarily, and back on the Viking side of the 50. And Van Middlesworth just caught on the tracks there again from Townsend, wasn't slowing down, kind of ran him over. No harm, no foul, but it will be back in possession of the Chieftains. McWilliams will come out of the box, and he's going to put a boot in it, trying to get it down the field. Shot straight up in the air and coming back our way out of play.
Another throw in for the Chieftains. Vikings just cleared the ball out of bounds. Is that going to be a corner kick, looks like? No, it's not going to be a throw-in.
Apologize about that. Yeah, it looks like it'll just be a throw-in from Lachlan McRae. We know he's got the capabilities. He's going to get a little bit of a running start here, but he's got a good chance.
Does.
I mean, perfect. Right there.
Yeah.
Bobbled around, bobbled, loose in the box. Who's got it?
That's how the
And it's in goal.
There we go.
Is it or is it not? What is it? What did we have?
They didn't call it.
So no goal.
Wow.
A goal kick, so the goalkeeper did come on top of it. I heard the eruption from the crowd here. I thought that I kind of saw the players maybe running away in celebration, but not so fast. And that's just in one of those scenarios where the goalkeeper trying to go up on top of that, and Lachlan McRae throwing it in from the corner. Another beautiful overhead throw-in from Lachlan McRae yet again. Bobbled loose from the goalkeeper's hands, and there's just a lot of bodies in the area trying to knock it in there for the Chieftains, but somehow, some way, he gets on top of it and keeps it a 0-0 ball game at the moment as we are rapidly approaching the halfway mark here in about another minute and 45 seconds as the Vikings, as mentioned before, they do make those substitutions, about 4 of them coming in. I believe the Chieftains did make one as well. As I believe it was number 26, Carter Watson, that trotted into the game. Knocked out a play onto the track from Lachlan McRae. Is it? I think it stayed in within the fencing area there. Yes, it did.
Looks like we're going to have our first corner kick of the game here by the Vikings.
Brief stoppage here for the moment. Now to get the green light, and we go. Curling, headed up in the air by the Chieftains again. The last one on it was Gavin Shoup, and cleared out by Van Middlesworth over on the other side of the field, and it'll be booted. Out of play for the Vikings. Now the Chieftains trying to flip the script here and go on the attack. Shoup with it. Good handles through some tight defense. Slows up for a moment now. Back upfield. And then another one ricocheted off the right shin of number 21, Bryce Cochran.
Another throw in for the Chieftains.
Shoot, lobbed it in. Brightsman near it right now. Gets it back on the ground. And another one deflected out by Cochran. So slowly but surely, Chieftains starting to work it down the field, getting inside the 10-yard line and within decent, reasonable striking range. They try to break the 0-0 deadlock.
Another one
right
of the
now.
throw-ins by Lachlan McCurry here.
He just has a beautiful arc on that. This one, the goalkeeper gets both hands on it.
I don't know if it lists the heights on the players, but he's pretty long.
If we got grades and we have positions, that's what we got. It's Tyler Siverston,
He's well over 6 feet.
listed as one of the captains on this team as well. It looks like that wingspan as well. Because not only do you want a taller goalkeeper as well, but someone that's got that wide wingspan. I always think back to somebody in my senior class. I know he played soccer. I'm not sure if he played goalkeeper as well, but Chandler Caldwell is someone that always comes to mind because he had one of the biggest wingspans.
He really did. And I do believe he was in goal, and he was also a good basketball player.
Just a tremendous athlete and a great guy as well. As a Viking got tripped up there around the feet, and they'll take back control.
Yeah, just a nice family.
Mm-hmm. You will not run out of any of those here in the within the Tonganoxie community. We can just go down the phone book and list them off in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
Of course, with the Welsh family being one of them, Mary Welsh and her husband Rich. And like I said, in case you missed it, Mary Welsh got her recognition at the end of the senior night festivities here. If you missed it, you can go back and rewatch it. But all the seniors on the soccer team all recognized her as the administrator that impacted them the most in their high school career, and they all came over at the end and handed her some flowers. And
very emotional.
Yeah, and a beautiful, well-deserved tribute as well. This one up and over the crossbar. So almost eerily similar to when the last time we saw this team of having a lot of shots on goal, having some really good looks, just having trouble getting one in the back of the net.
I think they may have called a handball there on the Vikings, but I'm not sure.
It would appear that way. It looks like the Chieftains are teeing it up from the corner for a corner kick.
Oh, okay.
It's up, curling in, and again into the hands
you can see
of Siverson.
His hands get up way above the heads of the other players.
And not afraid as well, because I mean, you see all the bodies around him, and I think he learned
if somebody heads that before he gets his hands on it, it's a goal.
Or if he just doesn't secure with both hands as well, and it kind of knocks loose, you run that risk. He got lucky the first time. That's one of those things, you don't want to try to risk again. So back-to-back saves in goal now for Siverston off of corner kicks and throw-ins from Tonganoxie.
Cleared out well there by the Chieftains. Oh, tangled up. Free kick for the Vikings.
And it's more often, especially here in the sport of soccer, you see a lot of kind of the intermingling of kind of classes throughout the whole entire season. Topeka Seaman coming in, will compete in 5A, more specifically in the West Regional. The Chieftains will be competing in the 4A East when it comes to playoff time here in just a matter of days and coming week. So Topeka coming into this one overall with the record of 5-8-1, Chieftains 7-7-1. Both teams looking for a big win to try to help them in their seeding, as those will be announced, like I said a little bit earlier. Then the next 24 hours is to be expected. You always give Keisha a little bit of lenient time with deadlines and stuff, but we anticipate those coming out. In case you missed it, the volleyball ones were announced earlier today as well, as another shot on goal goes right through the football uprights. And out of play, Chieftains will take back control. The Tonganoxie Chieftain volleyball team dropping their last match of the season, 3-0 against the Mill Valley Jaguars.
Yeah, that's a tough draw there for the Chieftains.
Yeah, just about an hour ago. There's still 22 match victories on the season, a good improvement under first-year head coach Barry Lenth, and they will get to travel down to Chanute this upcoming Saturday as they are the 6th seed. And we'll head down to Chanute as the Blue Comets will host one of the 4 regional or sub-state sites for the playoffs this upcoming Saturday, and Tonganoxie will take on Bishop Miege, number 11 seed, in the opening round as they look to win that match and go on and knock off either Chanute or their opponent and possibly and potentially punch their ticket to the state tournament. We wish them all the best of luck. That volleyball team's been so fun to watch in the past 2 seasons, just watching a lot of those young ladies grow up and mature with the varsity experience, and they're definitely a team going in there as the 6th seed. You don't really want to see them, and I think everybody kind of has a tendency when you look at the bracket, and it's like, oh, they're playing Bishop Miege. Like, I think everyone always kind of goes to the worst, but I wouldn't really consider that this year. That is a tough Tonganoxie Chieftain squad under, again, Coach Lenth, and they're going to be ready to go and ready to battle this upcoming Saturday, the 21st. And we are looking to see, or at least me personally, I'm looking to see if there's any live stream opportunities down there for people that maybe can't make the 2.5-hour drive down to Chanute. I know they have a media department down there, so I don't know if they're going to have a live stream open as well. I know they have had it in the past for their football teams. It is free as well. As this one bravely scooped in by Jackson McWilliams. The oncoming attack.
Not the all-time save leader for nothing.
We have a yellow card up in the air.
Who's it on?
Yellow card substitution for the Vikings, number 7, Jack Walker.
I see coming out right now. Is it on Tongi? No, I believe he's talking with the Vikings man down here, and that was the man in pursuit. It's Jace Brake, the senior.
He's talking to Jackson. Well,
yeah, I think the yellow card was on Brake of Seaman. So I'm not sure what exactly it was. We put the yellow card in the air, and you saw Brake kind of throw the hands up like, hey, what gives? Went over, gave the explanation, and we play on. And I will get the clock adjusted here momentarily, folks. Just bear with me. Another one towards the middle. This time, Siverston comes up into the box and scoops it in with both hands. And now this one I think is going to be coming on Tongi. You saw the shoulder kind of thrown in there by Lachlan Bond as the Vikings player was going up into the air trying to head that ball down further down the field, kind of got a shoulder into the ribs from Bond. No yellow card or anything, just the whistle, and the free kick from Topeka Seaman now rolls out and over the sideline on the far side. Total of 5 substitutions coming in for the Vikings, and in for the Chieftains come Emery Weiser, number 27. So we wait to see who exactly he takes out. Looks like it's going to be Gavin Shoup who's coming out. Seems to be a little bit frustrated and I have a little bit of a limp here. Here's everything's going to be okay, but Coach Orndorff's going to get him off and over to the bench, have him sit down, get some fluids pumped in him, and get off his feet for a little bit, and probably for the final 10 minutes of this half as well. Expect to see him back in the second half. Meanwhile, Chieftains go back to defending their goal as the Vikings edge it closer and closer. Still looking for our first goal of the game. Another pending substitution will be Silas Kirchhoff, number 18. Cleared out by the Chieftains.
Like it's going to be a throw in for the Chieftains there.
They raised the flag pointing in the direction of the Vikings. They had it for the time being. It's a pretty 50-50 bang-bang play on that far sideline. Our official right on top of it this time. Out of play, and again to the Vikings.
Okay.
Up top, McRae trying to bring back Moorville. Intercepted, taken away by Walker for the moment. Tight defense makes him get rid of it. Right on him, Andrea Colombano. Now it's Colombano with it. Tried to get it up to his outlet. It was Ethan Butler, number 29, back in the direction of Butler. Kicked up the field by Brendan Bolin. Right down to 25. Tracked down by Geiger of the Vikings, number 17. Back over the middle it goes. Bolin off the left shin. Weiser trying to track it back down. Up top it goes to McRae. This Chieftain offense still trying to get going here. Maybe trying to get one goal in the back of the net before halftime in about 8.5 minutes.
That was a good pass down the sideline by McRae there.
And now Silas Kirchhoff finally comes into the game for the Chieftains. They'll like just wheel it back over in the direction of Jackson McWilliams. Pressure now coming towards Jackson. He's going to put a boot into it. On the other side of the 50 it goes, headed up, back on the Viking side of the field. Blown by the defender. This is Owen Stewart. Tripped up as that ball got knocked loose. Chieftains with it for the time being, keeping it in play. Great hustle on the far side. Neither team, like we said, not really willing to give an inch in this one. Right now, this ball's just been staying inside the 20s for the time being. Looks like it might stay that way for the moment. Brightspin, among others, back in for the Chieftains. 3 substitutions coming in. His crossover, trying to get it up to find his teammate, doing it there. Blake Tone with it. And McWilliams takes control as we're now under 6 minutes left to go in this opening half. Asking for a handball, and it looks like they got it right there. Free kick. Taking it down the field, headed out by Bond. Owen on the far side, boots it and deflected up in the air from Jackson McWilliams, keeping it out of goal.
Another save for the young man.
Another great one there, coming off with some heat. That was Kalen Loy, number 9, that actually
Well, he timed
got that ball
well,
off. Yep, was trying to get the assist from Jack Walker, number 7. McWilliams getting off his feet there, putting it up in the air with one hand, got a paw on it.
The Vikings with a corner kick here.
Right, up and in, header attempt, miss, back over the middle. Vikings trying to keep it. Looks like the Chieftains going to have it now for the moment. It's up in the air. That one no good, wide left.
Substitutions for the Chieftains, number 10, Gavin Shoup, and 28, Wesley Johnson.
Johnson and Shoup back in. Last time we saw Shoup, he was coming off to the sideline and a little bit of discomfort, it appeared, but he is back. Everything appears to be all good. He's going to play out these last about 4.5 minutes. Still looking for our first score of the game. As McWilliams boots it.
Wow, what a leg on that young man.
And why we ever do squib kicks in football is beyond me.
Oh, yeah. I think the worst thing that could have happened is they had success on that one. You got the best kicker in the state.
And you try your first squib kick of the year and start the year against Basin Linwood and gets taken back for a return and a touchdoon. Yeah, it's pretty easy to say, hey, Jackson, it's booted deep from here on out.
Got a breakaway here.
One-on-one, but icing them out.
Yeah.
The Vikings get their first. Wesley Johnson, number 28, was in pursuit of it for Tonganoxie. So they have a chance to try to throw it in, try to make something happen. Going towards the corner, rolls out of play. And we'll give it to Siverson as he will kick it in goal to clear out. Tried to take it off the chest, was toned near side, but it ricochets off awkwardly and goes out of play. Shoup will throw it in for the Chieftains. Good handles for the defense from Loy. Look out, Mr. Official, and get caught up in the middle. Up near sideline, turning on the gas. Look at Gavin Shoup hot on his heels. The attempt is thrown back over the middle. We have whistles as Shoup was in pursuit, and we had he's hot on the heels of the Vikings player. I think it's going to be with Topeka Seaman as that was Blake Tone again. He was running up, got tripped up as he was bringing it back over the middle of the field. Free kick, curling in near the goal, headed on. McWilliams right there again. The Great Wall of Jackson.
Yeah.
Approaching a minute left. Both teams just trying to make one final gasp and attempt towards the opposing goal and trying to break the 0-0 tie.
One minute remaining in the half.
Heard the announcer from the PA, 1 minute remaining. Throw in on the far sideline for the Chieftains, headed up by Van Middlesworth. In the middle it goes. Brightsman was the closest one to it, but it's cleared out. And it goes out of bounds, so Chieftains should have another throw-in attempt here as we approach 30 seconds. This is probably going to be the final last gasp, barring any major penalties coming. Trying to get it up the field with Brightsman right now. He's got to go back on the other side. It'll just roll out. Chieftains will let it go. Now they'll throw it in and might just be content with going to the locker room for halftime. One last throw in right out of Viking. He knees it up into the air, and that will do it in the first half. 0-0 is the score for both teams. We'll be back with more here during halftime on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Chieftain Athletics.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Transform the look and feel of your home with the perfect flooring from Midwest Carpet Center in downtown Tonganoxie. Discover a world of exquisite carpets, stunning hardwoods, and luxurious vinyl. With over 20 years of trusted service, they are your local flooring experts. And they're so much more than just carpet. Shop a variety of styles from quality brands like Shaw, Anderson Tuftex, Hortec, and so much more. From cozy living rooms to elegant bedrooms, sleek kitchens to stunning baths, you'll find it all at Midwest Carpet Center. Explore online at MidwestCarpetCenter.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And of course, just want to take this time to thank all of our terrific and amazing sponsors here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We couldn't do and provide this amazing platform that we have for all the student athletes and their families in the community, of course, without all the great support from each and every one of you. And I just want to take this time. Of course, it's really hard to get all the commercial spots played during a soccer match, so I just want to say thank you to all of our terrific sponsors for being with us all the way from day one, or rather if you just joined us just for this year over the summer. We could not do what we do without your tremendous support. And we also do want to take this time as well and promote our new Varsity Sports Live website at www.varsitysportslive.com. Of course, Tonganoxie being only one of 10 channels that is covered under this umbrella of Varsity Sports Live. You kind of see the location of all of our channels that we have there, all the way from Tonganoxie to as far south as Baxter Springs, Galena, neighboring around. We just added Eudora, Baldwin, Spring Hill, Paola, Lewisburg, so almost the whole entire Frontier League and many more. So you can go to that website, varsitysportslive.com. Right on the homepage, you can see all the upcoming broadcasts, not just for Tonganoxie Sports Live, but for all of the Sports Live channels, day by day throughout that week. And it's a good way to see, one, whenever your team is playing, and two, if your team is being covered by somebody else on a different channel. Maybe Tonganoxie is playing on a Tuesday night basketball game coming up in the winter, and maybe they're playing at one of our other channels in Lewisburg. It's being covered over there and not on Tonganoxie Sports Live. It's kind of hard to predict. It's not typically that way, but it is just a good resource to show. Or maybe another perfect example is the wrestling team. Maybe Tonganoxie has a wrestling duel somewhere, and it's at Paola, so it's on Paola Sports Live. You could watch those there, and it's simple. You just go to varsitysportslive.com, check out all the upcoming broadcasts across all of our channels, and you can go to your specific team's page, and you can see their upcoming broadcasts for not just that week, but for the whole entire months to come as well. And you can watch past broadcasts as well. So if you had a son or a daughter or a brother or sister, a grandson, granddaughter, It goes on and on. Maybe they had a great game back in September in football, and you want to go back and watch it, or they had a great volleyball match just a few weeks ago. You can go back under the Tonganoxie team tab, scroll down to the bottom. It says past broadcasts. It has them separated month by month, and that has every single broadcast that we have done so far in 2023. We're starting to build up a library right now as we start getting into the midway through October. Again, this is all this and plenty more on the new and improved Varsity Sports Live website, www.varsitysportslive.com, and in the Facebook page down at the bottom, that is for the Tonganoxie page that is now new and improved and posts constantly and new content every single week, and it keeps everybody up to date on upcoming broadcasts. If there's any broadcasting changes, no matter what they may be, or any scheduling, just anything like that, it's good. I encourage everybody to go on Facebook and follow us, Varsity Sports Live /Tonganoxie. Again, Varsity Sports Live /Tonganoxie. So my sales pitch is now done. Let's get into the halftime here.
Defensive struggle.
So far, that's the perfect way to sum it up right now. 0-0 or 0-0, however you prefer to say it, is our score right now. And we saw it in the first match where it was the Chieftains were absolutely, and last time we were here, it's been a few weeks, we saw them play against Lewisburg. But in that match, it was very much the Chieftains were in control, and it was growing to the point of, we know this is going to go in the back of the net sometime. When exactly is it going to be? And they only got one to go across. Yeah. As for tonight, though, it's really a more balanced attack. The Vikings have had their moments, and the Chieftains have had their moments, and the goalkeepers are showing out, the defenses are showing out as well.
Both goalkeepers have done a good job of keeping it out of the net.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Jackson McWilliams has had a handful of saves already on the night, a variety of styles. Meanwhile, the goalkeeper, Tyler Siverston for Topeka Seaman, he's had some good chances as well. He's been really brave kind of going into, there's been a lot of corner kicks or throw-ins from the Chieftains. He's gone into a cluster of bodies and high-pointed the ball with two hands. He did have one that bobbled loose for a moment. It was a 50-50 ball. We didn't know if it was going in goal or not. We were waiting for an official signal. It looked like maybe the fans got loud and the Tongi players looked like they were celebrating for about a split second as if they had scored a goal early in the first half, and it was said that the goalkeeper for the Vikings, had gotten on top of it and saved it, and it's been 0-0 ever since then. But yeah, it's still one of those things that one of these teams is going to get one in the back of the net. They're going to take advantage of the good luck that they have. It's just a matter of who. Is it going to be the Vikings or is it going to be the Chieftains?
It's been a pretty evenly matched game so far.
It has, yes. The Chieftains again 7-1 on the year in 4A, and the Vikings 5-8-1 on the season in 5A. As both teams coming close to wrapping up the regular season, and postseason matchups expected to be announced across all classes starting within the next 24 hours or so. So the Tonganoxie Chieftains are going to have a good idea of what their postseason route is going to look like, as they're going to be coming in right around a middle seed or so. So again, sitting at 7-7, it'd be huge if they can get another win here tonight and a couple of goals add to that point total on the year as well. Maybe help with some potential tiebreakers or anything like that.
Yep.
Again, the thing about senior night with it tonight as well, and a long laundry list of seniors, we can list them out on a roll of toilet paper. It almost wouldn't be long enough. I think we've had it's been 14 total seniors recognized tonight. I think there's 10 actual players, and the others being managers.
Right, and then Mary Welsh, of course.
And of course, yeah. The ultimate. Well, do we want to list her as a senior in there? Like this?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. She's a fine administrator and a better person.
And it was a total surprise to everybody, including Mary. With something orchestrated by all of the soccer seniors, not just the players, but the managers as well, all coming together and saying that we want to recognize Mary Welsh since she's retiring at the end of this current semester, so she will be retired officially after the start of the new year. And everyone coming together and saying that she has been an administrator that has impacted us the most in our school career. We want to recognize her the right way, and they did just that tonight. As we now get back onto the pitch, second half action rolling along here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Get the play clock going up here in just a little bit. Both goalkeepers flip. The goals are defending. Now the Chieftains will be attacking the south goal, and the Vikings will be attacking the north goal. This is, of course, according to my phone compass, which I trust. Learned from the last time, and calling it the east and west end zones.
The throw in here for the Chieftains.
Now another throw in for the Vikings. Now that one goes up and out of play, and there'll be another throw in for Seaman again. Tonganoxie trying to go on the attack here. Outlet pass is sent up, but knocked down and controlled by the Vikings for the time being. Still fighting for it right around midfield, and ricocheted by a Viking defender as he looks to try to get loose, but had it poked away. Blake Tone can't keep control of it.
Another throw in for the Chieftains.
A lot of jackets and blankets starting to break out amongst the crowd here.
Yeah, it's cooling off since the sun went down.
Yeah.
But boy, what a beautiful day it was.
Yeah, really was, and it's just going to get even better as the week goes along, as we start to climb back up into the mid, into the high 70s. I know for Friday night, the next time we're live here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, we'll be set up outside at Ottawa as the Chieftains take on the Cyclones. As of right now, that day is slated for Be a high of 78 degrees, and it'll be as about low as about 50 or so. Viking defender gets behind the Chieftains, goes back over the middle, takes a shot, and it goes. It goes for the Vikings, and they have the first score of the game, 1-0. They now lead the Chieftains. A couple of Tonganoxie defenders got a little bit behind there, but it goes down. That was finally breaking up.
Topeka with first blood.
It was finally breaking ahead was Jace Brake, number 12. On the throw and got behind the Tongi defense. He had a defender coming onto him, and he shifted back over to the middle, made him fall down, and took the shot on goal just out of reach of Jackson McWilliams as he goes up in on the top right corner of the goal. And now the sense of urgency real high here for the Chieftains. Now down, trying to come back and tie and hopefully potentially win this match as it goes along. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, as they look to add on here, and like we said earlier in the first half, they obviously, the way it's been a defensive struggle so far, so these shots on goals, and when you actually get the goal to go in, they were going to be coming at a premium all night long, and the Vikings first one to cash in on it. Now the Chieftains looking to do the same here rather quickly. Don't want to let this go on. It is the one thing about soccer. It is very easily, once you kind of start getting in with that about 10 minutes or in the final minutes, it's easy to just keep that ball, keep clearing that out on the other side and making the other team basically reset every single time on offense and make it really difficult for them to build up any momentum and try to get an attack going. Bratzman, contact there, and he is still down for the time being.
No card, though.
Yeah, at least for now, Bratzman gets up, and he is okay. There was definitely a collision, and we now resume play. I think a lot, especially in the Toggy crowd, according, and especially on the sideline too. Maybe a little bit surprised that no initial card was put up into the air, and I was going to say incidental contact and just unfortunate collision with one another. So that would have been big too for the Chieftains if the yellow card would have been put up in the air there. It would have really set him up with a good kick opportunity. And now again, Brake on the attack, and he puts it in the back of the net again. 2 goals already for Jace Brake, one shy of the hat trick, just within the first, not even 7 minutes into this second half.
Yeah, the Chieftains really in a hole.
It is very, very difficult to come back from a 2-goal deficit.
But doable.
Yep. He's a little over 30 minutes as well. Defense really picking it up for the Vikings. And Jace Brake, both goals in this game belong to him all here in the second half. Gray trying to find somebody, but knocked out again. And whistles, stopping the clock, and there's a yellow card going up in the air finally.
Yellow card substitution for the Vikings, number 21, Bryce Cochran.
Cochran comes in off the yellow card substitution. That sends over Dalton Smith, one of the captains, the junior defensive men for the Vikings. They're going to have to come out of the game. McWilliams will now come over on this side of the field, and he's going to try to set up. You see a wall of bodies. He's going to lob it in there, hoping for one of the Chieftains to try to head it out. No one can make any contact, and taken in by the goalkeeper, Siverston. McRae with a head of steam. Holds up now for the moment, trying to get it up to Breitzman. Too far up ahead, and multiple Viking defenders in the area. Still not giving up on it, though. Breitzman takes a shot. It drifts wide right. Wide right.
Substitution for the Vikings, number 22, Caleb Holmes. At this time, while they last, hot dogs and popcorns are half price at the snack bar.
Well, if anybody wants to come down and get them some half-price hot dogs or popcorn, then feel free. Another whistle here in play. McWilliams will tee it up yet again. Ball right at the 45. Steps once, but the good charge in it. Headed up by Shoup. It's up in the air. Breitzman now gets it. Emery Weiser tried to put a boot into the goal, but it goes to Siverson instead. Now the Vikings back on the attack again. Look out here. This is where they've been dangerous. Townsend with it right now. Across the way it goes. Further trying to stretch it out, and McRae able to deflect it. That was dribbling with it was Caleb Holmes. He tried to get it out to Blake Tone. This kick, well, out of reach of the goal. That time, the Chieftain defense doing a great job after it looked like the Vikings were about to break away again. Getting back on defense, this time clearing it out as if that last pass was almost intercepted by Tone again. Weiser in the near side corner, juggling. My goodness, dribbling. Just dribbling. In the middle, shot on goal, ricochets once off the turf, but taken in, sliding to his left. Siverston again. The Chieftain offense, you can tell, starting to get a little bit more aggressive at taking those shots on goal. In a 2-0 deficit. Vikings again breaking away. Got passed by McWilliams, but it goes far left. We've now approached under 30 minutes left to play. Chieftains have a lot of work to do here. Try to come back and complete the comeback victory here on senior night on Tonganoxie Sports Live. McRae trying to get by defenders, but poking it loose. With it now, Ethan Geiger. Oh, yeah, it's Kalen Loy, the captain. Took a fall right around the 40. It looks like the official right on top of it. It looks like it's going to be a Vikings free kick. Geiger sends it into the air over the heads of everybody and tracked down by Jackson McWilliams before he goes out of play. A lot of tripping, falling over each other, and maybe taking a little bit of a shot to the face. One of the Chieftain defenders trying to get a number to confirm as he was trying to fight off with Logan Townsend for control of that ball. Looks like Ethan Butler was that man. Everything appears to be okay, and more. Chieftain bodies hitting the turf here. No whistles, though. I like it. Let him play. Outlet from Shoup, looking for Weiser. Two Viking defenders in the area. Gets it back to McRae. Back over the middle, and it's free for a moment, and the Chieftains can't take advantage.
Oh, they missed an opportunity there.
That was their best chance. They cut this deficit in half instead. Vikings coming back on the attack. Weaving through defenders in the middle. Had it knocked loose, but it was all alone. It was Logan Townsend. Weiser stops for a moment, was trying to come back over the middle, had it taken away. Ricocheted off of Weiser. Three substitutions coming in for Tonganoxie, including Gannon Sontag. Also looks like Lachlan Bond in there as well. Bond, fresh in the game. Shot on goal, taken in. Both hands by Silverston. It always amazes me. You see that when they're going up that near sideline, you just see those defenders just and the players out there just seem to turn on the jets. I mean, literally just get up the sideline with such speed.
I think for sure you have to be in shape if you're going to be a soccer player.
No doubt. Colabano feeds it up to Bond.
That was another good opportunity.
Great defense poking it out. Dalton Smith. We'll set up a corner kick for the Chieftains. One to boot it away. It's going to be Cater Albert. Puts the hand in the air, floats it in. It's low sinking and hard off the head of Geiger. And the kick from Isaiah Manis goes wide, high right over the goal. It looks like maybe last touch by the Vikings, perhaps, setting up another corner kick. Another low one. Lachlan McRae takes a shot, ricocheted, sends it up into the air again. 50-50 ball headed by the Chieftains on goal. But taken in again, Siverston right on top of it as he has been really locking down that goal for Topeka Seaman.
Still has a clean sheet.
Both goals for the Vikings coming from Jace Brake, number 12. He scored within 2 goals in the first 7 minutes of this half.
Looks like McCrae's going to throw it in.
Beautifully spotted. Shot on again. Well wide. Trying to run it down before going out of the corner is Albert. And knocked out again by Geiger. This is a point now as we're under 2 minutes away from the halfway mark that you really feel like the Chieftains, they need to try to get it in the back of the net here. Lachlan McRae throws it in, headed out again out of the box. Yeah, getting some good opportunities here. That was Phoenix Cannon trying to clear it out. That time coming up with it back near midfield. And this is where the Vikings got their first 2 goals on kind of runaway breaks like that. This time the Chieftain back line of defense
got numbers.
Holds up. Mishandled it there for a moment. Lachlan Bond trying to run it down, poked loose out of his reach. And coming back in the Vikings' direction up the near sideline. Here they come. But they kick it out of play yet again. Albert sent it over to McWilliams. He boots it into the air. 50-50 ball right around midfield, headed up by Tonganoxie, trying to get control of it. Tight. Fight for it. Right up there. Whistles blow, bringing it into it momentarily. Looks like it'll be going to the Vikings.
Yeah, looks like a free kick.
Chieftains clear it out for the moment being, but back out of play again. Another throw in for the Vikings.
Substitution for the Vikings, number 3, Tyler McNamara.
Geiger ready on the throw in, just goes right very close to him, to his teammate Cannon. Time is starting to become an enemy of the Chieftains right now. Down 2 goals, especially under the halfway mark. About 18 minutes and change. Try to cut into this deficit, try to come back from behind, maybe tie this game up, trying to send it into some extra time, but still got to score 2 goals and keep the Vikings from scoring any more. Here now by the Chieftains, trying to run it down momentarily. Looks like Wesley Johnson. Two defenders, Gavin Shoup up to Lachlan Bond, near side. Up it goes, Cater Albert back over towards the middle, header, well wide.
Substitution for the Chieftains, number 26, Carter Watson.
Carter Watson comes back into the game. Now with them comes Josiah Weatherford for the Chieftains. Back on the attack goes Tonganoxie up on the far side near the corner. It's knocked out of play.
Need to have a little sense of urgency here. Time is ticking away.
Clock continuing to run. Chieftain corner kick upcoming. Hand in the air, sent in. Yeah, another low liner. Might want to try to see maybe just a little bit more airtime underneath it instead. Eventually cleared out by the Vikings for the time being. Still on the Chieftain side of the field to attack. More contact. Another Viking going down to the turf, but no whistles, no cards put into the air. This will set up a Topeka Seaman corner kick upcoming after they make some substitutions, 4 to be exact. Corner kick incoming, high soaring, takes a bounce. Too long for anybody to really do anything with it. Lachlan McRae quickly, sense of urgency, trying to get it back up the field for the Chieftains. Throws it in overhead. Trying to set it up for Lachlan Bond and keeps it in play for the moment. Good slide. Try to save it, but I think they're going to say it was out anyways. So we'll stop for a moment and another Topeka Seaman throw in.
Substitution for the Vikings, number 9, Kalen Lloyd.
Pass intercepted. He was looking for Lachlan McRae up the near sideline. More whistles. It'll still be in possession of the Vikings. Trying to go quickly. Shoup. Good move. Past some defenders. Here he comes up the near sideline into the American football end zone. He took a fall. He is still down stomach first onto the turf and slowly rolling over. Not stopping play for the moment. He is still down right now, rolling over on his backside and starting to get back up. I think just more exhaustion more than anything. trying to get back into the mix here. McRae back in the middle. There is Shoop right there. Ricocheted off him for a moment. And now goes out of play. We'll see if Coach Orndorff maybe wants to take a substitution and bring Gavin Shoop over to the sideline. Severson calls for it and brings it in, no problem.
Viking corner kick.
Corner kick upcoming. Chieftains are going to be making a substitution. It'll be Silas Kershoff will be coming in at the next stoppage, and 2 subs will be coming in for the Vikings as well. The signal is made, so Kershoff will come on.
Vikings, number 15, Phoenix Cannon, and 21, Bryce Cochran. And for the Chieftains, number 18, Silas Kershoff.
And out does come Gavin Shoop. Put a good boot into it. Vikings with some numbers, get behind the defenders, slide, and goal. And that is the hat trick officially. Jace Brake puts it in there. And how many people do you think can say that they were able to score a hat trick with Jackson McWilliams in goal?
Not many.
If any. I don't even know. It might have happened. I don't know. It's just tip of the cap, the team celebration going on there, but just a rare 3 goals in the hat trick officially for Jace Brake and the Vikings as they appear to be on their way to the victory tonight. Mind the Chieftains, if they just get an explosion of offense going here fairly quickly, but they're going to have to do it here sooner rather than later.
Nice try there.
And another corner kick upcoming for the Vikings.
Look, we're about to go under 10 minutes.
Curls in, headed out. Vikings still in control with it. He missed time there from Owen Stewart.
Viking corner kick.
And we'll set up another Viking corner kick here.
Of course, the Vikings in no hurry.
Kick it in well far. Back up into the air, 50-50. And McWilliams comes down with it. It's like almost trapping it on top of the crossbar. Chieftains desperately need one here. Coming back over the middle, ricocheted off of Dalton Smith. That was Wesley Johnson. He's trying to bring it back over the middle.
Uh-oh, another breakaway.
And guess who? It was Jace Brake trying to go back over the middle. McWilliams right there to put a stop to it. I'm not sure what exactly be. I know 3 goals is the hat trick. I don't know if you get 4. I don't know if there's anything special after that, or if they just say, hey, you've had a hell of a game so far. I know in baseball if you strike out 4 times, it's called the golden sombrero?
Golden sombrero.
Substitutions for both teams. For the Vikings, number 6, Jack McCarrick.
Which obviously is an honor. If you're a baseball player, you definitely do not want.
Do not want the golden sombrero.
But you definitely want the hat trick.
Yep. You also want that if you're a hockey player.
Yes.
The Chieftains are not giving up. They're still trying to attack. They just got a little bit too deep of a hole, I'm afraid.
Under 8 minutes now left to go in this game. Whistle's blown. Well, just a bit too aggressive on defense for Tongi.
Well, they have to be aggressive at this point. They have no choice.
Yeah. Carter Watson with up the near sideline, shakes off the defense from Geiger. All right, then. Like a little bit of theater there from the official. Lachlan McRae kicks it in, tailing off to the left, headed up by Watson and out of play.
Chieftain corner kick.
That's a last off of a Viking, though, so set up the corner kick.
Substitutions for both teams.
Got to have it here. Absolutely have to have it here.
For the Chieftains, number 14, Gannon Sontag.
Well, again, not a whole lot of air under it. Severston right there to bring it in.
Substitutions for the Vikings. Number 3, Noah Carter, and 8, Bradley Williamson.
And for the Vikings, making more substitutions and not in a big hurry here. Obviously, a 3-goal lead as we approach 5 minutes left to go in the game. No sense to really rush it.
Viking corner kick.
I'd be curious to see maybe if Coach Orndorff again, the large senior class on this team. I believe there's
should be 10.
Yep, 10. Yep. Interested to see maybe if he wants to start making a handful of substitutions and having them come off the field and.
Substitution for the Chieftains, number 2, Wyatt Garvey.
This is one of the seniors. Wyatt Garvey will check in. This will bring out, looks like number 3, Aiden Van Middlesworth. Coach Orndorff goes over and meets Aiden, shakes his hand and puts an arm around the shoulders. I think they're having a good conversation right there. Lachlan McRae showing off the wheels, getting it upfield. I am excited to see that young man for this upcoming season of basketball. I know that. for sure.
Substitutions for both teams. For the Vikings, number 7, Jack Walker, and 21, Bryce Cochran. For the Chieftains, number 10, Gavin Shoup.
Gavin Shoup will check back in. You kind of see some of the now 10 seniors. Okay, Bub. The 10 seniors that are checked out of the game for Tongi. You can see them slowly starting to pile up on the bench. And Brendan Bolin, Aiden Van Middlesworth. It was going over to each other, putting the arms around one another, and starting to Lachlan McRae now comes down, appears definitely more frustrated in the outcome so far tonight.
Stoppage of play here. I'm not sure what.
I think that's like that's somebody.
Officials talking to the.
I think that's what our crowd might just picked up somebody in the stands. It was like, with 2 minutes to play, like, what are we? Having a chat over with Tim Nussbaum, the head coach of the Seaman Vikings, and they got everything ironed out, it appears to be, as we resume action on the pitch at Beatty Field. Crowd showing their displeasure with that call. Vikings still on the attack, and McWilliams bringing it in for another save. Oh. Time continuing to run out here. The final minutes as this one is shot just straight up into the air. And the Vikings are going to come in and put a little bit of a damper on senior night tonight for the Chieftains. They lead 3-0. It's anticipating going to be the final score as Vikings get just content with clearing it out, making the Chieftains try to reset. And now, if you're Tonganoxie, you just wait and see about who your matchup is going to be with in the postseason, which all will be getting underway next week. Just keep a close eye out for the matchup themselves. Should be announced here within the next 24 hours, though. Sometime tomorrow is when they're expected.
Thank you for coming out this evening. We appreciate your patronage.
This one officially comes to an end tonight. 3-0. Vikings come in and spoil senior night for the boys soccer team.
Information on the Chieftains.
They will now fall to 7-8-1 on the season.
Thanks for coming out tonight and drive home safely.
Obviously, you never want to have your senior night end on a On a note like that, Chase Brake having a hat trick tonight for the Vikings. All 3 goals were his responsibility, and all were in the second half as well. He scored the first 2 within the first 7 minutes, and then he got one there later under the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, 2 games you want to win is homecoming and senior night.
For sure.
Not to beat tonight.
The Chieftains now traditionally after game coming out and giving a round of applause to the fans in the stands that stuck it out with them tonight.
A lot of emotion with those seniors, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
You played your last home game.
For sure. It's definitely when you're walking off at senior night, because traditionally that means if you're celebrating your senior night, it's the last time that you're at least guaranteed a game on that field, on that court, no matter what the sport is, and you just never know. And
sure
obviously, it's going to be tough for the Chieftains as they fall just below 500 on the season, and in postseason play, there's chances. Obviously, again, matchup's going to be announced here within the next day or so. I know in soccer they lump all of from 1A to 4A all into one kind of bracket, so we'll just have to see, but you can already see it there, a lot of the emotions. See Lachlan McRae coming from behind, hugging up Jackson McWilliams. It's tough, as a coach as well, because when you've been with these kids for so long, and then when this night finally comes, and that's it, it's really, really tough.
It's emotional for everyone.
Parents,
grandparents, players, coaches.
Everybody that's all involved. Taking their time in the huddle, and gotta imagine a lot of them are going to be hanging out after as well, taking their time on the field and just taking in the final moments. I know that's definitely what I did when my senior night came and my final game on this field came. Just kind of you take the time to just take it all in and just reflect, appreciate all that's happened, and
been quite a journey.
It has, and I know for us, just speaking Tonganoxie Sports Live from that perspective, that senior night, every senior night, anytime we celebrate the seniors, it's always special. But this senior class in particular, even more special, because when this all started in 2020, these guys were freshmen.
Yeah, we watched these young men grow up in front of our eyes.
Yep.
Hats off to them.
Across all sports, from football down to the basketball court, or even on the diamond in baseball and softball, and everything else in between. There's just a lot of tears, a lot of emotion.
Oh.
Some smiles in there as well, but a tough one tonight. The Chieftains drop.
They're all hugging Jackson McWilliams, their captain, and he's really been the heart and soul of this team.
Yeah, he's definitely he's one of those guys that, obviously multi-sport athlete with soccer and with football as well, as he hugs Coach Orndorff now, that he's such an easy kid to root for. And I think sometimes people could easily accuse you and I of being Jackson McWilliams homers of it's just any chance we can that we try to talk about him, and we don't intentionally do it, but when you just have the accolades and the accomplishments that he has, and on top of that, just being one of the nicest young men you'll ever run into, I mean, it's hard not to.
Yep.
He's got a bright future ahead of him, along with every single one of these seniors on this field tonight, as we're going to be coming close to wrapping up our coverage here. And this is the parents and everyone starting to make their way onto the field. But yep, we're going to wrap it up here tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We thank everybody that's been joining our coverage tonight, as well as in the gymnasium with Aaron Feely and Reed McAvoy filling in for us over helping cover the last home volleyball match as well. So we thank those guys for coming out and helping out with that. Mill Valley Jaguars winning that 3-0, and the Chieftain volleyball squad, they will get to rest up the rest of this week, and they will go to Sub-State this Saturday, October 21st, at Chanute. They are the 6th seed, and they will take on the 11th seed Bishop Miege Stags. And the first round there, you can go to Keisha's website and look up the volleyball brackets, and you can do the same for soccer as well, coming up here in the next 24 hours or so. And next time that we will see you guys, it will be this Friday. As always, we will wrap up the football regular season. It's so hard to say that because I feel like it was just last week we did Baser Linwood in the season opener.
It just started.
It goes by quick when you're having fun, right?
It does.
It absolutely does. So Chieftains will wrap up on the road 5-2 on the season, looking to go 6-2 at the Ottawa Cyclones. 3-4 on the year are the Cyclones, and Chieftains definitely, the football team, they will be back on October 27th at Week 9, their first playoff match. It's going to be here at Beatty Field. We just don't know against who, but we will know more after this upcoming weekend. We thank everybody for joining us tonight, a special double coverage edition of Tonganoxie Sports Live and another senior night edition of Tonganoxie Sports Live. We will talk to you all and see you all on Friday. Take care. Have a great rest of your week.